And how's it going, guys? It's i7tech from i7tech.com, bringing you all the best technology. Now, OnePlus 5. The OnePlus 5 has just been released. So now I don't have an unboxing or a review video. I'm just going to be telling you guys and showing you pictures of the smartphone, because OnePlus SA or OnePlus in China don't think that we can actually get the smartphone before the international version. But hey man, we can still talk about it, because I think because of the economy that we are not getting these smartphones really early, and it's not really practical for them to actually bring smartphones here. There's not an audience for the OnePlus 5 or the OnePlus as a brand as a whole. Anyway, back to the video. The OnePlus 5. Now if you like this type of content, make sure to like, subscribe and press that bell so you can stay notified of my videos. This is i7tech, and let's get started. So now, the OnePlus 5. The OnePlus 5 is a premium smartphone with a budget price. Now, budget pricing has changed a lot over the years. So, some people might think it's still an expensive smartphone. Some people might think it's a budget smartphone price. But it's all up to you as a consumer whether you think it's a budget smartphone price or it's a premium smartphone price. But it has gone up since the OnePlus 1, and now the OnePlus 5 is no different, but with a lot of specifications added, and some of it is good and some of it is not good. Some things we might have needed and some we might not have needed. So now, just looking at the specifications right quick so that we can get to talking about the smartphone. You've got a 1080p display with a 5.5 inch screen. Pretty decent for a smartphone in this price range. Now, you don't have wireless charging, you don't have expandable storage, you don't have water resistant or water and dust resistant. Now, looking at the cameras, you got a dual 16 megapixel at an f1.7 aperture and a 20 megapixel at an f2.6 aperture, which is a telephoto lens, so you can get to see what you're actually getting in the camera of the OnePlus 5. Now, that's not a deal breaker, and the camera seems to take good shots with the 16 megapixel in low light. The 20 megapixel doesn't really do so well, so this is something that you might consider. But looking at the 4K recording, we're quite happy for that, because if you're planning on filming videos on your OnePlus 5, you're a YouTuber or you're just a regular person trying to start YouTube, it's going to be great for you to actually film 4K videos and edit them and actually put them out to YouTube. So now, looking at the design looks a lot like the iPhone 8, but no one really looks at the back of the phone. What we all interested is the screen and the display. And if it feels good in hand, we'll shrug off a lot of things. For me, as long as the display is good, I'm really quite happy, and the internals are top notch. Now, with the internal storage and the RAM, you're looking at 6 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage. Now, with the second variant, you got an 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage, which is the pricing. Looking at the pricing you've got with the baseline version and 6 gigs of RAM, you're looking at $479 US. Now, with the 8 gigs of RAM one, you're looking at $539, which is kind of decent for a smartphone in this price range, which they are a company that is known for that. Now, with the scandals that are out there about OnePlus cheating, I'll do a specific video on that. These are good specs that, a lot of people would like to have, and some of them can't have it because, they really can't afford the premium spec like the Samsung Galaxy S8 or the iPhone X whenever it comes out. Now, looking at the processor, we got a Snapdragon 835 chipset and Adreno 540 GPU. So it's a good smartphone for power users and non-power users. So now, if for bang for buck, this smartphone is still a good smartphone. No matter what is actually happening around it, it's a very great smartphone, and I don't really think that a lot of people will be swayed by this. And if you are swayed, it's just, to each his own. And for me, I would not be swayed, but I would not really take things too lightly of what is actually happening. But on paper, this smartphone looks pretty good in terms of what it's putting out. Yes, you want a 1440p panel, because a lot of the smartphones have it now and it's becoming the standard. And a lot of people still think that 1080p is still a good resolution for a smartphone display. So, question of the day: are you gonna get the OnePlus 5? For me, I think I will get it just to test out the leaks and rumors and what is actually happening in terms of the scandals. I'll get it just for that, just to test it out. And if I find any problem with it, I'll let you guys know. This has been i7 Tech. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and press that bell so you can stay notified of my videos. This is i7 Tech, and I'll see you guys in the next one.